What do you think? Especially all the stuff that he's talked about. He's talked about a lot of legal arguments and free speech and publishing and stuff like that. What is Richard fighting for, Corey?
I think Richard is fighting for a precedent in cryptocurrency of freedom to transact and freedom to financial privacy. You see this, and I made a video about this a couple of weeks ago that I'm not sure if Richard or one of his legal representatives are the ones that are tweeting on his behalf. But there's a lot of assumption that I can make here that a lot of tweets he's making right now are pleading the case that he's fighting for, which is decentralization, which is financial autonomy, which is the ability to transact on networks that you can agree with or disagree with, or you can transact on networks and build even if we disagree with what's being built on it. It's the freedom of speech. I think he's fighting for the Ninth Amendment, which a lot of people tend to forget what the Ninth Amendment actually means. And I've made a tweet about this. The Ninth Amendment basically conveys rights enumerated in the Constitution. So basically, let me go to my tweet here. Let me actually find it. Where is it? Where is it? The right to financial privacy is elusively also highlighted in Amendment 9. Rights enumerated in the Constitution shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. So basically what it's highlighting in Amendment 9 is that the federal government, the state government, or local government cannot utilize, cannot change the rights of the people on the basis of their own sense of interpretation. So basically, they cannot take away privacy. They cannot take away. This is actually one of the reasons behind abortion was the Ninth Amendment, was the idea that rights enumerated in the Constitution shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. So right to privacy, right to autonomy, right to transact, right to freedom of speech. These are all things that are highlighted in the Ninth Amendment, and they're not technically highlighted in the Ninth Amendment. But if you look at the Ninth Amendment from the way that it's worded, it's supposed to be utilized to prevent new rights that were enshrined in the Constitution that are conveyed in different ways in the future, because the founding fathers knew this would happen in the future. Was different than when they were born and grew up, that there would be new types of rights that were enshrined in the Constitution that were conveyed differently in modern society. And I think that what Richard's trying to fight for is those type of new autonomous rights that we see. And I think what's unfortunate here is that there's a lot of overarching encroachment with three-letter agencies in cryptocurrency. Richard Hart's being attacked. You see other cryptocurrencies being labeled as securities when some of their sales weren't even in America. And a lot of this, I think what also Richard's doing is fighting to keep the blockchain industry within the United States, because the United States right now has a lot of adversarial issues right now. You have BRICS right now that's growing. You have Argentina, you have Egypt, you have Saudi Arabia, and you have Ethiopia, and I believe another country that I don't remember, all joined, all conveyed that they were joining BRICS. Now, BRICS is going to, right now, as it stands with all these economies, is about 30% of the world's GDP. That's a lot. That's a financial empire right there that's being born. And one of the main issues that BRICS is saying and conveying is to settle debts in national currencies, not the dollar. As a result of that, you would think that industries like cryptocurrency that could bring power, influence, and authority back to the United States would be embraced. But as a result of this overarching encroachment, what it's doing is basically bringing cryptocurrency into the hands of our adversaries. And I think that Richard Hart, though not conveying that particular argument, indirectly what is being fought for on his behalf is the idea that the Constitution conveyed in the United States, and as a result of that, the United States should be enshrining cryptocurrency. It should not be antagonistic towards it. And I think that's very, 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 very harmful. And I think that moving forward, if we don't find a pro crypto or a pro Bitcoin administration, this industry in the United States, specifically in states like my state, it's going to be very difficult for people like us to transact. And you see, and this industry has no set of balls on it, to be honest with you. I mean, look at what happened with OKX. OKX yielded to regulatory uncertainty and delisted PulseChain on the 31st, I believe, of this month. There is no set of balls left in cryptocurrency. And if you're going to literally let antagonism win, then you basically should just bend over backwards and just say, do what you will. I'm going to just sit back, and you will make the determination of what happens in this industry and what doesn't. Instead of the thought leaders thereof and the communities that follow them, excuse me, that make this industry. Well, cryptocurrency more and more is looking more like a banana republic. And I think what Richard and many others are fighting for is to keep cryptocurrency and blockchain from becoming a farce and a banana republic that's antithetical to the cyberpunk principles that were supposed to exist